Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, your girl, Gloomy New Moon, here to share another Oracle deck with you guys. Today I have the Witch's Kitchen Oracle deck. This one is by Barbara May John Free and Flavia Kate Peters, illustrated by Richard Crooks. Please excuse me if I've said any of your names wrong. I mean no offense. Okay. Witch's Kitchen. So, let's dig in to this delicious meal. So, the box again is really nice. Most of the boxes that I've had Oracle and Tarot decks come in have actually been super nice. I've had more nice boxes than not nice boxes. So here is the guidebook. Again, a really nice glossy little guidebook, a little bit about the authors there. Nice little durable little guidebook. I've had some that have just kind of come with like a little flip out like pamphlet type thing. This is actually a nice like guidebook. I love when my decks come in really nice boxes because then I can keep them in those boxes and just store them on my shelf here, and then they stay really nice, easy to find. But that's beyond the point. I'm a little bit of an organization freak sometimes. So, box. So here are the cards themselves. Again, if you have been to this channel before, you know that I do have kind of a little bit larger hands, longer fingers, but you can still kind of guess about the size of the cards here. These are pretty glossy also. You can see that nice gloss on there. Another thing about this deck that is a little bit different than some of the other, well, all of the other decks that I have really, is that the sides here have like some, it's really hard to catch on camera. Yeah, there it is. The sides here are like shiny chrome. One complaint that I do have about that though is that with my deck at least, it does kind of come off on your hands a little bit. So that's like not fabulous, but yeah. So let's see what we have here. So again, this deck is called the Witch's Kitchen. It's kind of about like herbal magic and cookery, and I really love that concept. I love to cook, I love to eat, all of that. So let us begin. So first we have nettle, and the words here for nettle are caution. And it looks like we have some nettle tonic, maybe some nettle tea going on here in the background. Here we are for nettle. Okay. Next we have arnica, recovery. Okay. Black pepper is next. It looks like there's a black pepper plant on here. I've never seen a black pepper plant before, so that's interesting. There's also a pepper mill, just some different kinds of pepper. And all of these cards also, it looks like, have a lot of the witch's familiars here, like the bat, the cat, the toad. There's probably a newt and a rat on here somewhere also. Okay, I see the newt. There's a crow back here also. Okay, there's the rat. Okay, I see them all. All the witches' familiars are there. So, black pepper. One cool thing about this deck also, you guys, is that the guidebook has like recipes and suggestions for all of these herbs. Okay, so next up we have eucalyptus, and the word here is breathe. And there is a ton of junk going on here in the eucalyptus card. Yeah, here we go. I know koalas like to eat eucalyptus also, so. Okay. Up next. Ooh, chili pepper. Okay, so chili pepper chili pepper is one of my favorites. Personally, I love spicy food and chili peppers. This card, though, I have to say I'm a little bit disappointed with the fact that there's like a Taco Bell taco on here and some like Texas chili. I am a fan of green chili. I'm not really a big fan of like bean chili or like Texas style chili. Sorry to break anyone's heart out there. I'm green chili all the way, or like Mexican red chili or like Latin red chili. I don't like American red chili or Southwest red chili. So this card was a little disappointing to me. Sorry for babbling on about that. But chili pepper for ferocity. Also, there's just like some bell peppers on there. Like, I don't know. I think just the little like chili loving heart of mine is just a little bit sad that that card didn't have more like Thai chili peppers, because those are really beautiful, right? Like, have you guys seen Thai chili peppers, the bird's eye peppers or whatever? Those are so pretty and they're really hot, just like lovely and ferocious. Like, I don't know. I think there's a lot of really beautiful chili peppers out there, and I'll end it there. Moving on. Nutmeg is next for luck. Okay. Honey, ambrosia. I am a big honey fan. I like to make mead. It's super easy, super delicious. I like to have honey just in my tea. I like to have honey on toast. Honey is really awesome. I had a full swarm of honeybees just like hanging out in my tree this summer, and it was really, really cool. I actually had someone come get them, a beekeeper come get them and take them up into the mountains for a safe place to live. So that was really cool. Moving on though. Honey, ambrosia, delicious, yes. Mustard is next. I'm also a big fan of mustard. And the word here for mustard is faith. If you guys have ever seared a good piece, I don't know if you guys are vegans or vegetarians out there, but if you've ever seared a really good piece of meat and then like thrown some mustard on it right when it was hot still, oh, so delicious. If not, maybe try it with some, like, I have had tofu before. I love tofu. Maybe try searing some tofu and throwing some mustard on there, or like some tempeh. Yes. It's actually super, super good. Just like the mustard over like the fresh, like seared fat, like really good. All right, sage is next for purification. I have lots of sage over here on my shelf. I use it for this all the time. Sage is wonderful. Sage for purification. Also, you guys, in a chicken noodle soup, sage is like wonderful. I definitely recommend. Dill is also another really awesome herb to add to chicken soup. Okay, bay leaves are next, and the word here for bay leaves are abundance. So I know that a lot of people will use bay leaves, burning bay leaves, to help with bringing on abundance. Okay. Next up is basil, one of my personal absolute favorites. I love, love, love basil. I had some growing in my garden this year, and it was really, really cool to be able to like have pizza with fresh basil on there, or like salads even. I personally really, really love basil. And the word here for basil is reconciliation. Next up is dandelion, and of course here the word with dandelion is wishes. You guys remember when you were a little kid and you would grab the dandelions and make a wish? Also, the bumblebees love dandelions, you guys. Just saying. The honeybees and the bumblebees. Wishes. So lovely. All right, next up is apple, and the word here is forbidden. So we have some apple cider vinegar, which I've heard is really, really helpful for a lot of people. I've not personally tried it. Let me know in the comments if you have, what you found it helpful for. I would really love to know. I've heard a lot of really good things. So we also have an apple pie here. We just have a couple different types of apples. Some apple blossoms maybe up there at the top. Really nice card there. My mom told me that when she was pregnant with me, she craved apples a whole lot. And I think that's really funny because still to this day, I'm just like an absolute fruit fanatic. I am a fruit bat. I will just eat all the fruit. Give me all the fruit. Like, I would just eat only fruit if I could. If I could just eat nothing but fruit and not get sick, I would totally do it. I love fruit. Catnip is next, and the word here is bond. Ah. You guys with cats out there, let me know if your cat responds to catnip or not. I've heard that some cats just don't. Like, it's not in their genes to respond to catnip. All of my kitties have loved it and gone crazy over it, but I've heard that some don't. I had a cat once, bless his little soul. He, every time we tried to plant a catnip for him, he would just kill it right away because he was just such a little hunter. Like, he would just go out there and just roll in it and kill it right away. Bless his little soul. I miss him. Okay. Next up is mugwort for intuition, and it looks like we have a tea. Maybe some balm here. I'm not super sure what all of this is, honestly. I've never used mugwort personally, so maybe I will have to open up this book and find out what it's for. So here's the mugwort. Let me know down in the comments if you guys use mugwort and what you use it for. It says for intuition here, so maybe I should get on it, right? Okay. Mint is next. I also really love mint. I had a mint plant growing in my yard. I threw a bunch of it in the bathtub one time. It was actually really nice. I made like a mint tea in the bath to soak in. So, and that's actually one of the things that's on the card here is a tea. There's also some ice cream. It looks like maybe a mojito. Mint oil, just mint oil. So here we go with mint. I've also heard that mint is good for getting rid of like household pests, like mice and bugs don't like it, but it doesn't kill them. You know what I'm saying? They don't like the smell of it, so they back off. So mint, lovely, lovely mint. Let me know in the comments, do you guys like spearmint or peppermint better? I've heard there's like a lot of different uses. Like peppermint is more for like baking sweets and spearmint would be more for like making sauces for like things to go with like chutneys and stuff. Blackberry is next, and the word here says invasive. And we have a blackberry wine, a blackberry pie, just some different kinds of blackberries. Lovely card here. Okay. We're going to take a quick sip of our drink ski here. All right, coriander is next, and the word here says immortality. Mandrake is next, and it says impassive. So we all remember the mandrakes from Harry Potter, right? How they like pull them out and they're screaming. So yeah, Mandrake, impassive. Excuse me. So rosemary is our next card here, and the word here for rosemary is memories. And so there, it looks like there's a tea, there's a rosemary massage oil, a hair tonic, but my personal favorite, my personal favorite is the rosemary potatoes, folks. There are rosemary potatoes on this card. See them? I need to make sure we get really good in focus here so you guys can see these. Rosemary potatoes, y'all. Okay, so next is patchouli, and patchouli is actually one of my personal favorite scents of incense. And the word here says purpose. So it looks like we have some patchouli aromatic oil, some patchouli body oil, some patchouli hand cream, some incense. I personally love patchouli. Turmeric is next. It says diversity. And I know that turmeric is really good for you. I worked for a supplements company for a little while, and I know that we made a supplement that was just specifically the turmeric powder. It's supposed to be really good for inflammation. They say it's even good for whitening your teeth and stuff. And also great for color. If you just want to add a little bit of color to your food, yes. Okay, so diversity. And it looks like we've got a ton of different stuff going on here on this card. That rice looks super yummy. Okay. Garlic, a personal favorite of mine as well, and it says repel. Which is funny because I always joke that I'm a vampire because I don't like to go in the sun and I like my meat pretty rare. So garlic, repel. I love garlic. I put garlic in everything. Probably too dang much garlic, but I don't know. Is there ever really too much garlic, you guys? So garlic, repel. You guys had black garlic out there? I've only ever had it in a ramen, just a grocery store ramen one time. Had some black garlic in it. So good though. Really delicious. Oh, chamomile. Okay, chamomile is next. The word here says relax. There's some chamomile facial toner, some tea, of course, some herbal shampoo, some essential oil. I love chamomile tea. That's my favorite tea in the whole world, I think, is chamomile tea. So chamomile, relax. And the flower is so pretty, right? The chamomile flower. Just that nice white little delicate flower. Oh, speaking of... okay, what a great transition. So the next card is Rose. This is my favorite card in this deck just because it's really pretty to me, and I actually am quite partial to rose, the smell of rose. I love to get products with rose oil or rose scents. I'm just partial to it. So the next card here is Rose, and the word is romance. And there's a ton of good stuff going on here in this card. I used to buy the Dr. Teal's rose and some kind of like milk shampoo or body wash or whatever, and they don't make it anymore. So what the heck, Dr. Teal's. Anyway, moving on. Tea tree is next, and the word here is binding. And I've heard tea tree is really good for your skin, tea tree oil. Let me know down in the comments if you've used tea tree oil on your skin, how you've used it, has it helped you? I would really love to know. I have some skin problems myself. So yeah, let me know your experiences with that. But moving on, tea tree for binding. Next up, we have another personal favorite of mine, and that is seaweed for prediction. Seaweed is delicious, like absolutely delicious. So here on this card, we have some natural seaweed shampoo, would totally use. Just some raw seaweed, it looks like. There's some like sushi rolls on here. Seaweed actually is super magical. I'm a big fan. So seaweed for prediction. So next up we have yarrow for expulsion. And this is one that I really don't have a lot of experience with. So again, if you do have experience with this, let me know down in the comments. What do you use this for? Okay. Onion is next, the wonderful companion to garlic. So onion, and of course the word here, you guessed it, is tears. So moving on, next up is salt. Very, very important spice. Salt, you guys. Put salt on stuff. So the word here for salt is protection, which again makes a lot of sense. So we can see they've got that salt circle kind of going on in this card here. Okay, so salt for protection. They also had a salt lamp, I believe, in there. All right. Hey, so okay, salt. Guess what's next? Sugar. Sugar for sweetness. Okay. Okay, so we're kind of moving into the four tastes here. I think there's four. I don't know. So we're kind of moving through the tastes here. So the next thing we have up is lemon for bitterness. And I actually personally love lemon. I think lemons just like as a fruit are terribly cute and wonderful. I love like lemon cake and lemon cream pie and all of that good stuff. Lemonade, lemon meringue, which I guess is kind of what a lemon cream pie is, right? Like, what the heck am I talking about? What are you talking about, Gloomy? So lemon for bitterness. And I love lemon. We all have a little lemon boy inside of us. Shout out to Cave Town. Yeah, lemon. Love it. Love it. St. John's wort is next, which is another one I am not afraid to tell you. I take St. John's wort every day, 3 times a day. It's some good stuff. And it says dispirited. If you know, you know. So if you are struggling with depression out there, I highly suggest that you give this a try. It's definitely worth it. I also suggest that you reach out for somebody to talk to. You don't have to do this alone. Please, if you're struggling, reach out. You matter. Okay, so moving on. Hemp is next for expansion. This is another herb that I personally use frequently. Hemp for expansion. Hemp is good for so much stuff. Next we have milk thistle. This is an herb that I drink in tea fairly often. It's like a sugar cookie tea from Celestial Seasonings that's mostly milk thistle. Super good though. Okay, so milk thistle for intrusion. Parsley is next, and the word here for parsley is death. I'm not sure how to pronounce this one. We're gonna take a drink of our energy drink here to boost our confidence. Echinacea? Echinacea for fortify. I'm so sorry, I have just not an idea at all how to say this. Okay, elderflower is next, and the word here with elderflower is warding. Warding. Okay, so moving on. Olive is next. I personally love olives, especially green olives on a pizza. Mwah. So olive for peace. I'm so sorry, you guys. It's a little bit difficult to get these cards in focus because they are so stinking glossy. That gloss is beautiful in person, though. I'll tell you what. Okay. Aloe vera is next. I have a big aloe vera plant right over here in my window. So it says aloe vera for soothing. All right. Lovely, lovely. Moving on. Cumin is next, or cumin, for faithfulness. This is not one of my favorite spices, to be honest with you. I think that it's a very strong spice, and a lot of the time people will just like throw a ton of it in there and be like, yeah, that's a taco seasoning. And it's like, not quite. Not quite, you know? Not against the spice. It's just, it needs a little finesse, right? Needs some finesse to it. So, cumin or cumin for faithfulness. Next, we have witch hazel for sensitivity. And I've heard that witch hazel is pretty good for your skin. I've also heard that tattooists will sometimes run like witch hazel and water over old tattoo ink with their needles to like lighten the color. Does that work? Is that an actual thing? Let me know in the comments. So, witch hazel for sensitivity. I have very, very sensitive skin. I have not tried witch hazel, but I've heard lots of good things about it. Chocolate. Chocolate, mi favorita. All right. Chocolate is next. Aphrodisiac is the word that it has here. We have some cakes, a chocolate fountain, some hot chocolate, some like chocolate truffles, a chocolate body wrap. Like, this is a good card, you guys. Chocolate. Okay. Ginger is next. The word here for ginger says power. Ginger is another personal favorite spice of mine. I love, love, love ginger, especially pickled ginger. It's so good. All right, so ginger for power. Moving on, we have clove next. And clove, the word here for clove is gossip, and I feel like that's super appropriate because clove is another one of those spices that is very, very strong, and a little bit goes a long way. And gossip is very much the same. A little bit goes a really long way. So here we go. Next up, we have lavender for sleep. Lavender is lovely for relaxation. Lavender for sleep. So I know that like the smell of lavender is really good for relaxation, but interestingly enough, I was in school for occupational therapy for a time. I did graduate, just to be clear. But when I was in school, I learned that the colors blue and purple are actually calming to our brain and our nervous system. So with lavender, not only is like the smell and flavor of it calming to us, but also the colors. So lavender can be a really, really great tool for relaxation. All right, cinnamon is next, and the words here say reignite. So we all know cinnamon is kind of like a spicy, like, you know, you spice things up with cinnamon. Quite the opposite of lavender, right? So cinnamon, reignite, and there's a bunch of really delicious crap on here. Do you guys like Red Hots? That's like the one candy I absolutely will not eat. Or like Fireball. A lot of people like to drink Fireball, and I think it's just like disgusting, personally. Not a fan. Love cinnamon, but not a fan of those things. Let me know in the comments what you think. Okay. Last card here. Last card, and this is something that none of us have enough of, and that is time. Ha ha. All right, so time is the last card here, and the word is courage. Alrighty, so with that being the last card in the deck, that means that we are done with this walkthrough. Thank you so much for joining me. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We will be back with some more walkthroughs as well as some pick a card readings, so don't forget to click the bell. And we will see you in the next one. Have a gloomy day.